The Buffalo Bills fleeced the NFL in the 2025 offseason, and Brandon Beane's move has Buffalo Bills fans reminiscing on 2022 before Von Miller's injury. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bills Digest. Today, we're going to be talking about Joey Bosa's game that he had against the Kansas City Chiefs and why he just may be the missing piece for what they need to finally beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. Before we get started, a reminder, 88% of you guys not subscribed to the channel, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button on your TV, on your remote, on your phone, whatever you're watching on, and follow along as we've got some Bills content for you and plenty of it. So let's dive right in. Joey Bosa had a phenomenal game against the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday afternoon into the evening, and he was a huge reason why the Bills were able to win that game. For anyone that watched that Chiefs game, you know exactly what a menace to society Joey Bosa was and the fear he wreaked in the Chiefs' offensive line and in Patrick Mahomes. Here's the stat line from the game. He had 3 tackles, 2 TFLs, 5 quarterback hits, and a big sack. This dude is a dog and a real difference maker on this Buffalo defense. But let's look at some of the advanced analytics from that game. And we see here, Joey Bosa against the Chiefs. 1.5 sacks, that's first on the team. 10 pressures. Rousseau was second with 9, but 10 pressures, an outrageous number. 19.4 pass rush win rate, that's first. 32.3 pressure rate, that's first. 19.4 pass rush productivity, that's first as well. Joey Bosa had himself a game that he has not shown with the Buffalo Bills yet, and he did it against Patrick Mahomes, who is having an MVP season this year. This is not the Patrick Mahomes of last year or the year before, where he was kind of sputtering out of the gates, not putting up huge numbers, but still getting wins. This is a Mahomes that is pass heavy, has been absolutely phenomenal this year, and is looking like the second year, third year Mahomes that was tearing up the league in the regular season. Joey Bosa put a stop to all of that with some help of some other guys on the defensive line. We'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But with this game against the Chiefs, Joey Bosa, here is his small box score that doesn't at all tell the full picture. We'll show you a more full box score that gives you more of a full picture of what his season has been. But the numbers here are as follows: 9 solo tackles, 4 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. He is on pace to have a really, really solid season. Would be about 8 sacks and 8 forced fumbles. His 4 forced fumbles, by the way, are tied for first in all of the NFL. So when he's getting big splash plays, they are changing the course of the game. And when asked after the game how Joey Bosa feels on the Bills, he said this: "I feel reinvigorated here." This is a career resurgence for Joey Bosa, who has been stuck on one team for his whole career. And although it's not the worst team in the Chargers have certainly not met expectations, and they really have not exceeded expectations. They've been, with Justin Herbert, have supposed to have been a really, really solid team. They had Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on the same team. Bosa couldn't really stay healthy. Knock on wood, hopefully he can stay healthy this year, but that has been the player that Bosa has been this year. And in the span of 2 minutes in his media, Joey Bosa said all of these things. Couldn't be happier right now. Yeah, I'm just happy. Reinvigorated. And you see all of these things about being happy. And Sal had it better than anyone could put it. I think he's happy. Safe to say that the star pass rusher is happy in his time in Buffalo. That's all he's been talking about, and that is a good sign for where this team culture is at this stage in the season, and a good sign of what Sean McDermott does for this team. You know, you can have your critiques of him, whether his in-game management is good, his defensive schemes are good. The one thing that we can confirm and cannot be argued is that Sean McDermott is an elite culture guy. He has festered a phenomenal culture within this Bills team in his last 5, 6, 7 years of playing or of coaching in Buffalo. And you see these guys that want to come back. And although some of these guys are not really up to the standard on the field, it's a good sign that they are keeping talent and talent wants to stay there. So I'll bring up those deeper stats that I wanted to mention earlier that show more of a full story. You see the 5 TFLs this year, those have been huge. 19 total tackles and 12 quarterback hits. That is the number that I don't think is getting enough recognition, the 12 quarterback hits, because it's kind of a sign that although his sack numbers aren't out of this world good, he is still getting to the quarterback. So maybe just a little bit unlucky in that, right? So maybe we'll see those sack numbers go up, assuming he is able to stay healthy throughout the rest of the season. He's getting to the quarterback, and that is what is most important. And hopefully the sack numbers will come along with it. Now, we'll get a little bit of a bigger picture analytic that really caught my eye when on X. Bills Cast. Pressure leaders among all defensive linemen with 100-plus pass rush snaps. AJ Epenesa is 4th in all of the NFL with 19.2%. Joey Bosa right behind him is 7th in the NFL. So not only is Joey Bosa been very good, but AJ Epenesa has been very good as well. They're going to need him to step up with this Michael Hoyt injury that we just learned about yesterday. He will be out for the season. They're going to need AJ Epenesa to fill his shoes a bit as we get through the rest of the season. But those are big numbers to look at. We'll have more on AJ Epenesa later in the week. Same with Michael Hoyt. So Bosa has been very good. It has led people, and actually, before I get to that, I do want to bring up one more quote that caught my eye from Sean McDermott, and he said this: "The D-line led us. We were able to do some things with rush and coverage working together, which was good to see and affect the quarterback. That is what you have to do to beat Patrick Mahomes." He is a guy that, I mentioned it in the post-game recap video, so go ahead and watch that, but I said this: the games that Patrick Mahomes has been most successful or most unsuccessful in have been the games where he has been pressured. Look at the 2 Super Bowls he lost against the Eagles and the Buccaneers. They made his life a living nightmare. And that is what the Bills did in this game against the Chiefs. They made Mahomes, his life, absolutely impossible to take some time, step up in the pocket, get out of the pocket, scramble, make some plays. He could not do that against the Bills, and that is ultimately why they won this game. Credit to Sean McDermott and Bobby Babich with the defensive play calling. One thing I want to bring up are the comparisons that people are making. I've seen a lot of just discourse on Twitter talking about how Joey Bosa is what the Bills wanted Von Miller to be. Now, this comes off as a slight to Von Miller, which I don't think is fair, because people forget Von Miller was the best pass rusher the Bills have had in God knows how long, really since before Josh Allen was drafted. Von Miller was absolutely phenomenal before his torn ACL. I'll put up the stat line here and we'll get a closer look at it. Through 8 games, which is the amount of time that Joey Bosa has had, Von Miller had 7 sacks, 9 TFLs, 9 quarterback hits, and was absolutely phenomenal for this defense. He gets hurt, and the rest of the season really did not go according to plan for the Bills. They could not rush the passer to nearly the same clip as they were with Von Miller. I believe that if Von Miller stays healthy, the Bills win the Super Bowl in 2022. I really do. They were so good that year on both sides of the ball. His injury derailed the season. Now, let's compare Von Miller to Joey Bosa this year. And to be honest, it's not close. Von Miller has been way better than, or was way better than Bosa was through 8 games. But that's not to take away anything from Joey Bosa. He is still having a really good season. 12 quarterback hits is more than Von Miller's 9. And the TFLs, while not quite there, are still a really good sign that Joey Bosa is getting some push on the offensive line and is coming into himself on this Bills defense. He can really replicate what Von Miller brought to their defense, or certainly come a little bit close to that, or closer than we've seen anyone else come to that in recent years. So he is a guy that is getting a lot of credit right now because of a big game against the Chiefs, but he certainly deserves it, and the Bills need to make sure that they can keep him healthy the rest of the year. Now, what does it look like contract-wise for Joey Bosa? Well, there will be an opportunity to extend him. He is an unrestricted free agent next year, and you see on the cap hit, he does have a cap hit of $7 million next year, assuming, well, we'll see how they rework, if they rework that contract at all, and if they decide to extend him, because that would potentially free up some cap space for next year. They are paying Joey Bosa the next 4 years, regardless of whether he comes back, although just at a small cap hit. We could potentially see Joey Bosa sign an extension in the coming weeks. I wouldn't say it's all that likely, but we will see. Joey Bosa signed a 1-year deal for $12 million. A lot of that was incentives based. He had a $9 million signing bonus in that, and some sack incentives, playing time incentives as well. So is there a possibility that we see Joey Bosa coming back to the Buffalo Bills? Maybe. We'll see. But for now, the Bills need to complement Joey Bosa with some more talent, with Ed Oliver and Michael Hoyt down for at least the regular season. Hoyt out for the postseason as well. Maybe we'll see Ed Oliver back. We will see. Leave a comment down below. Who on the Bills team do you need to see step up? And what has Joey Bosa shown that makes you excited? Be sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and we'll see you next time here on Bills Digest.